It's sad that we thought we were on time, but we're not. Wow. Aren't we good for nothing?
Mic check, mic check.
Too many minutes.
Ironically, our flippy clock actually shows that it's about 5 o'clock, even though it's 5:04. Sorry, we're a little bit late.
Oh, we're live? What happened to our song?
What do you mean? We played a song? Everybody else could hear it. But
I was too busy going like this.
Yeah.
Next time you guys see me doing that, be like, knock it off, Chelsea. This isn't the news. But you know what this is? It's Chelsea and Tony Live. And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. They have beautiful award-winning templates, award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's super easy to do. If you can drag and drop, you can make yourself a website. So start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter the offer code PORTFOLIO for 10% off. Hey.
Thanks for sponsoring us, Squarespace.
Yeah, and if you want us to review your Squarespace portfolio, it can be the free one even, go to sdp.io/link and submit it, and we'll review. We'll get to know you.
I was reviewing a video today with Roxy Rodriguez and Ariana Lamore, a photographer and model that we worked with, and I was just putting links into their portfolios, and turns out they both just happened to host it on Squarespace.
No, because it's beautiful.
Because, yeah, it just looks awesome. There's a couple of ways you can communicate with us. You can use hashtag TCLive on Instagram or Twitter. If you use Twitter, our producer here in studio, Justin, can toss it up on the screen. So, yes, everybody can see your stuff. Or you can just write a comment during the live show, and our producer, Siobhan, out in Philly, dialed in remotely across the internets, can read them to us live.
What a world we're living in.
If she likes you, if you're entertaining. Today, you're sending in your night and astrophotography photos, and we will review them live. So head to sdp.io/submit and send one picture in per person.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's taken at night, pretty much. We're being pretty flexible here.
We'll work with you.
Look at that thumbnail you put together, Chels.
Yeah, thumbnail skills.
Thumbnails.
I've been working on them.
Whoa.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah. This must be in honor of me, because we're doing abstract and geometric photography, which is totally
every
my
week
thing
now
lately.
You're like, I'm really into geometry. You're like a braggy nerd. So I was like, all right, let's do this for Tony. We love him. We support him. So next week, we'll be doing abstract and geometric.
The thing about abstract and geometry in photography is that the masses just won't appreciate it. They just won't. Because sometimes I'll take a photo that's very geometric and it's something that I like, and people would definitely prefer to see a picture of a flower or something. But that's okay, because sometimes you create art for yourself or you create it for different audiences, and not everything has to be broad. So get out there. If you search our channel, we have a couple of videos on abstract photography and geometric photography. They both break composition down to its most basic elements. So you will take very simple shapes and make interesting compositions out of it.
Yeah, you should go out and shoot for this one, because you'll learn something. It's a good exercise.
Yeah, and find a way to take whatever it is, a light bulb and the corner of a wall, and turn that into something that has a nice balance to it, a flow, angles and lines. Like, study art and then look for those shapes in the real world. And I think it's a great exercise. You'll find yourself, if you do that, you will be applying that to your landscapes, to your portraits, to wildlife photography, whatever, because it will just give you a deeper understanding of composition. That's why I think it's important. While people send their pictures in, you want to talk about some news?
Sure.
Leica announced the TL2 mirrorless camera. It's an update to their TL. It's a system we've actually never played with it, because
I want to, but
yeah, I guess we should.
Maybe I'll try to talk to Leica.
I think Leica likes us.
Leica.
Yeah, it's got 4K now. It's got a super fast shutter. It seems like a really nice system. We've played with them at like photo conferences and stuff. They certainly feel good. We didn't really get excited about the first camera because they only launched with like 2 or 3 lenses, and we're like, this really isn't a system yet.
Yeah.
We'll see if it pans out. We don't want to invest a lot of time in something that just disappears. But now they're on their second body. They have some more lenses out. It might actually be worth checking out.
Okay.
I guess we should just look at some pictures, huh? Oh, we have this loop deck thing here. It's actually hooked up this time. I don't know if you want to try it. Are you interested in this?
Sure,
I can just use it.
I haven't tried it before, so, you know.
Okay.
That's always rough to do.
I'll import some pictures and you pull that over.
You want me to try it?
You won't even need it. You won't even need your keyboard.
How will I give a pick?
There's a little button.
There's a pick button.
Oh my gosh,
Pick
the
right
future
here.
is here.
And a 5-star button.
I'm already trying to reject it. Okay. Change is hard, guys, but here I am doing God's work.
Oh man, got a lot of pictures in already. Awesome. Thanks for sending in your pictures, guys.
I'm going to move my mic so cover your ears.
You got a little, your button disappeared.
I just muted you, so you can do whatever you want.
Western University. Let's get that in develop module. Beautiful work at balancing the foreground and the stars.
Oh my God, this is so awesome.
Yeah, I always go to sdp.io/top tip. You have a black style on there. So you can just drop the blacks real quickly like that. Yeah, I knew you'd want to drop those blacks. Check out the histogram, sdp.io/top tip. You definitely want to take advantage of all the contrast that you possibly can. But overall, you did a great job of balancing the stars and the foreground. I don't know if you stacked multiple pictures. That can be really hard to do, but the picture turned out great.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting curious.
Dang. Okay. You get a pick. You want to hit your little pick button there, Chels? There you go. Gave it a pick.
I'm so powerful.
Yeah, you are. That's a gorgeous picture. Look at the perfect exposure. Oh,
I'm going to bring up the highlights because I like turning these knobs. What do you do? What do you...
sorry. I was just trying to zoom in some more so we could see some more detail, but... oh, wait.
Okay.
1:1. Oh, I see. It's a really small picture. I don't know why it's so small.
You really stepped
Okay,
on
send
my
your
toes.
pictures in the highest resolution you can, because like this is 4K. So even if it's 8 megapixels, we won't be able to zoom in any further.
Wow.
People often ask if they should send in raw photos. What do you think?
No, you should process your pictures. I mean, maybe we'll have a special episode sometime where we process people's raw photos,
episode.
but yeah.
I want to do a segment where we just pick a couple, maybe 1 or 2 pictures, and we bring them into Photoshop, and we do something a little more extreme.
That sounds fun.
I know.
That sounds fun.
I shouldn't have shared that because now you're going to steal my idea, Tony.
This is a gorgeous picture. What I like about night photography is that even the places you've seen before, some place that looks mundane during the day, is so much more interesting at night because it's not something that we see all the time, because night photography isn't so common. It's unusual. I also really like the process of night photography. Like each picture taking 30 seconds, having to set up a tripod and you just wait. It's this very like just super chill, calm process. Things are quiet. This picture looks like it was a lot of fun to take. It's at 25 seconds, and because of the angle and the resolution of the camera, we can start to see a little bit of movement in those stars. You can see that they are becoming little lines. The clouds themselves moved a lot, which just adds that kind of interest to it, and they put something good in the foreground. So,
Pick.
Aditya, you get a pick. Oh, I'm sorry. You picked it, and then I hit pick at the same time and removed your flag. Adrian Schubert, his very first attempt. Dang, that turned out pretty good for your first attempt because it's hard. And you can see it's really dark where Adrian is. He's at 10 seconds and ISO 6400, which means necessarily everything becomes very kind of noisy. So that's why we kind of see like some weird colors in there. One thing, if you're going to be taking pictures of the stars, you want the fastest lens possible. And a great starter lens is the Rokinon 24mm f1.4, which can be adapted to just about any mount. And it's f1.4, it's pretty wide angle, especially on a full frame camera. And that will just let you use a lower ISO and get much cleaner images. Look at you working that loop deck. Alejandro Fuentes. That's really interesting. I think it doesn't look like a flash, but maybe it was taken with, let's just peek in there. That's pretty cool. I never thought about what yellow jackets do at night, but I guess they hang out on little curly wrought iron things. That's cool. It's definitely not the type of night photography I ever imagined. Oh, we should have known we'd be getting some fireworks pictures, right? Because of the 4th of July. Good shot, Alex. Nice. You filled the frame with it. I think the most compelling fireworks photos come from having something interesting in the foreground, like a skyline. But I mean, where we are, we can't really ever get that. We just don't have an interesting skyline. Alexandre Fonseca.
This is
concert
beautiful.
night. Yeah, I like this picture a lot. I think I could, I mean, it must be cropped a little bit already, but I think I could even crop it down a little bit more. I like that there are people in the foreground. I like that we can see a little bit of the stage. It provides a lot of context. I might just trim it in a little bit. Are you adjusting individual colors with that loop deck?
Yeah, they have a little wheel for each color, and
You
I'm
see, you
kinda
can
going
adjust
crazy.
the hue, saturation, and luminance, whichever one of those 3 buttons you push. You don't have to hold it. You just switch between them. Just giving Chelsea a quick lesson on the loop deck. I'm just going to pop back to the grid view here and change the order. Let's start in the middle. Kiss Peter. Oh, let me switch to the develop module. So I think this is a picture of the stars that turned out well. You're at 30 seconds, and the lowest f-stop you could use with that lens, which is good. And it worked. You know, they could definitely use a focal point or something. We could lower the blacks a little bit. Just check sdp.io/top tip, because you definitely want a black point in there. We got some star trails going.
I like this. I'll give it a pick.
Yeah, the colors here are beautiful. It looks super. I don't know how he got it.
So clean?
How did he get it so clean?
Wait, 668 seconds.
Yeah, a 10-minute exposure. Yeah, that turned out beautiful.
Dang.
Nice shot.
He's not even playing.
Christopher Hill.
I'm just really going to town on this.
Yeah, you're just really enjoying. I was just, when I reviewed that, I thought, I don't really adjust individual colors that much. That seems like a waste, but you are going for the individual colors.
The individual colors are extremely important.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe just having them more accessible like that would actually change how you edit photos. Because I do see that you managed to bring out individual colors more and just give some more pop to them, and that definitely makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
This is what so-called scientists call the Milky Way, and it's a
Tony, please.
projection on the ceiling
Tony,
that
please.
is around the Earth.
I can't handle any more flat earthers. Justin knows. Do you want me keeping you up late again?
I'm just saying, if it is fake, then I appreciate them for making it so pretty. You know what I mean?
No. You stop right now. You're offending my senses.
You gotta tell them about the 2 sticks, Chelsea.
What are the 2 sticks?
Like this ancient experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just a trick to determine whether the Earth... I was thinking about that. It seems mathematically pretty hard. I do want to go through...
The only math I'm good at is restaurant math. I can't calculate the world's size
Yeah, Chelsea
with 2
can
sticks.
instantly calculate a tip.
And,
The answer is always 0,
yeah.
but it happens so fast. You're like, wow, you must be great at
Whoa. Dang. Yeah. You too can be good at math. This is interesting, Tony. We're so quiet today. I think it's this loop deck is really stealing my attention.
math. I think my earpiece might not be working.
I'm going to give it a break because I'm concentrating too much on it. You can do whatever
Oh,
you
it's
want.
distracting you.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the way they kind of stack this to show the progression of the eclipse.
Yeah. That's cool. Make a good t-shirt.
And this is a good way to determine the shape of the Earth, actually, because this is the shadow of the Earth.
Tony, you
What
don't
happened?
know that. That's what the man wants you to think.
Now you're starting. I will say maybe the biggest challenge in night photography is getting the color right.
Oh.
So you're going to see us
Oh.
tweaking the color quite a bit.
What's all this?
Oh,
the
you think
clouds.
they just...
Blacked out?
No, maybe not. There's some noise in there still. Maybe that's just dust on my screen. There's a lot of dust on my screen.
Yeah, we have never.
Have you ever tried to Photoshop out a piece of dust on your screen? I've definitely done that.
You'd make a great stand-up comedian for photographers.
Mm-hmm.
What's with dust?
Nice shot, Lana.
I always
Lewis did.
recognize Lewis's work.
Yeah, I saw this thumbnail and I was like, I'm excited to get to this picture, and I didn't even know it was Lewis's picture. But
It's nice.
what's up with?
I think it's moving.
Oh, you think the whole bridge must have moved? I
I'll
was thinking his
explain.
tripod must have moved, but the bridge moved. It's a 1/100th of a second exposure.
I mean, it's a suspension bridge. Maybe it's maybe someone's jumping on it over here. Just using science.
It's a very cool shot. I am a little distracted by that weird ghost, but you still get a pick. And fantastic job getting what seems to be a real moon. Could that be a real moon at 200 millimeters? And that sharp?
It's a real. I think it's real. But I'll never know. Lewis takes these secrets to the grave. Pick.
He's using that 7200 GM that I've really been liking lately.
Louis Edouard.
I feel like this shot should be cooler.
I was going for the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, colors at night are so weird because artificial lights are always weird shades of yellow or green. And I feel like night is cool. Like night feels like it should be a little bit blue.
Yeah, like when you see simulated night in a movie, they always put a blue tint.
Yeah. The sky will almost always have some weird artificial lights near the horizon, especially just bouncing off the atmosphere from cities and such.
I'm
So,
giving this a pick.
yeah, I always feel like pulling it a little bit blue. Is your
Sean,
keyboard
do you have
dead?
any questions for us? Is it? Shoot.
I do. Everyone said that on that bridge, those are second cables. They're safety cables.
I was
for
wondering.
workers.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, that's the way it actually is?
Oh, I thought you meant the fuzziness. Because the safety cables look like they're moving. But maybe there's many of them?
That's interesting. Yeah, no, you're right. I can see they're like suspended separately. That's interesting. Did not know that.
People want to know what you're doing for the eclipse.
Oh, I am figuring out eclipse photography. So I finally just ordered some heavy duty ND filters for our big lens. And I also want to figure out a way for people to take pictures of the eclipse with their iPhone, because I think people would like to do that, and I'd like to get more people involved. And I got some of those special sunglasses that you put on so you can stare at the sun for a long time. Mm-hmm. Because
They're special, all right.
we briefly talked about actually going someplace where we could get a better view of it, but we might just be hanging out in Connecticut. I don't know. What do you think? Feel like traveling to get a slightly better angle on the eclipse?
No.
No, not that excited to you.
It's 2 minutes.
It's what?
Isn't it like 2 minutes long?
Yeah. It's not super long. You just feel like it should be a longer show.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
this is like a couple hours.
our show, I at least try. It's an hour.
Yeah.
Dumb sun and moon. Step your game up. I
Yeah,
guess
it's not Hamilton. I'm not
it's-
going to travel across the country
I
for
guess
it.
it's a show for the modern attention span. It's ahead of its time, really.
Yeah. No, we're definitely thinking about it. We're all pretty interested in it. I was thinking about I bought some stuff from this company. I don't remember what they're called, Soul or something. But they just sell gear for eclipse stuff. Mm-hmm. And the eclipses only happen like every 7 years, every 10 years, something like that. Like they're pretty infrequent. So they're really seasonal work. Like what do they do in the interim, like 8 years before the next eclipse? I guess it's stockpile stuff that will just sell like crazy. I don't know. Just a weird business. Steel wool.
Looks good. I made some edits. Well,
Oh, okay.
What?
That's not real.
Are you doing the flat Earth thing again?
No, the moon. I think
I'm just
is
teasing.
real.
I'm teasing you. I think it's real.
No, it's not real. It's okay. I think it's a cool shot. People would like that. This is definitely the case where finding an interesting foreground would add a lot to the picture, but simply getting out there and getting star trails to work really
That's the
improves the
first
photo. But check out chapter 10 of Stunning Digital Photography because I show you a trick for taking star trail photos that will reduce the amount of light in the sky. You stack images instead of taking one long exposure. This is a gorgeous spot. Talk about finding a nice foreground, like a perfect reflection. You definitely get a pic.
I just brightened it up a smidgen.
Oh, that's gorgeous. It's almost clearer in the water.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. I would also give it a pick.
Nice shot, Matt.
Another Matt. Wow.
Yeah, got to cool that down some too, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. And what a great skyline.
Yeah. Oh, again, let's cool it. I like to add a little magenta as well.
Oh, that must have been the moon rising. If you're going to go out there and take pictures of the stars, you have to think about the humidity in the air. You want low humidity, like cold nights are best. But you also have to plan around the moon. Like look for times when there's no moon or the moon sets before you're going to be out there taking pictures. Because even if the moon is up in the sky in a different part of the sky, it's going to be casting so much light in the atmosphere that it's going to make the stars much dimmer. I like the way they composed it around the tree.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That was really clever.
I'll give it a pick.
Yeah, that was thoughtful. If you point directly north in the northern hemisphere, directly south in the southern hemisphere, you'll get the radiating lines around it if you do a long exposure.
I like
You
that.
did 1 4-minute exposure. If you stacked 30-second pictures, I promise you'd get just cleaner skies. And you'd be able to edit out that airplane that flew past a little easier.
Ooh, I like this one. I would.
Boylston Street in Boston, that's the Prue.
Why'd you say that to us?
Just, it's a shout out to local Bostonites. How about them Celtics and/or Red Sox or the hockey team also?
I like it. I
I'm
like
never
it
into
a lot.
hockey that much. The Bruins? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's Boston?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
I
knew.
wasn't. As a Texas boy, I wasn't really exposed to hockey.
This
You get
is
a
so
pick. This is
cool.
awesome.
Pick 5 stars.
Dang.
I'll bet you that was the same guy who sent in that
Yeah.
other Sahara photo
Yeah.
from
I
last
know. Well, guess what? You're gonna get a pick every time you put that cool ass vehicle in there because I don't know what that is, but it's awesome. It's an
Tony's
awesome
jealous.
focal point. I want one of those. What the hell is this?
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, you get a pick too because clearly you put some green and blue and red gels on different flashes.
Yeah.
Or maybe you light painted it, but I think you just used flashes and it really added a lot of color.
Oh.
It made it something artistic. Great job.
Look at the aurora.
Mike James. Oh, yeah. Don't be afraid to brighten that up.
Interesting photo. I like it.
This one I think might actually be too blue. Don't you think it looks very...
I think it needs a more clearly defined subject because we have this white roof, but we don't really have a skyline quite.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's actually a little green, I think.
do you hear the thunder?
Oh, no, I don't. Great shot, Pat. I mean, I feel like this is like maybe it's a self-portrait, maybe that's him there, or maybe he's taking a picture of an event that they're having. But it's definitely the coolest picture of a fire pit, right?
You're making some pretty bold statements over here, Tony. Let's cut to Siobhan and see what she has to say.
Let's see if anybody sent in a portfolio.
We got a money comment.
Money.
Question. In a money denomination, I don't know. What do you think about the Sigma 120 to 400 from Casper Gade?
I
haven't used it.
Yeah, I didn't know that existed. The Sigma, sorry.
Sorry.
I wish I could answer your question.
I don't know it. What else?
People
Siobhan?
do think we've used everything, and it's just not the
We
case.
try,
It's just
but
stuff I haven't.
we don't always get to. Siobhan, tell me some other things.
Sure. If you had to choose between a faster lens and a bigger sensor for night photography, which one would you pick?
Oh, I mean, it's usually easier to go for the faster lens. We did a video on lens versus body, which you should do
Oh, I
upgrade.
forgot about that video. That was a good idea.
Yeah, and we determined that most of the time your money is better spent getting a lens. Because if you can go from f4 to f2.8 on an APS-C body, f2.8 on an APS-C body is the same as f4 on a full frame body. It's about a stop behind. So check out the Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8. Great.
Siobhan, will you tell me more? You got a lot going on over there?
Yeah, there are a lot of submissions today.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of good ones.
I think it's that yellow thumbnail, Justin. You're doing it.
Don't tell our secrets.
Oh, it's not that. It's
Yellow
something else.
thumbnails are going to be everywhere now.
What is the most amount of times you have revisited a site to get the shot you wanted?
Oh my gosh, we've been to the same spot so many times.
I'm definitely over 100 visits to the Ledge Lighthouse in New London.
Yeah, probably. But you just keep revisiting something. And we also, was it Monet who painted the same haystacks over and over again?
Yeah, and that famous painting of Monet's bridge. Like, you're seeing iteration like number 32.
Yeah, so
he painted so many of the bridge before he really got it
So
right.
I was reading about Monet, and I was really inspired by that, the fact that he just kept painting the same thing over and over and over again. And so Tony and I talked about it, and we said, let's do that. Let's just photograph the same thing over and over and over again. So we chose the lighthouse.
Every time I go to the Ledge Lighthouse, it's different. It's different. Every single time.
Yeah.
A little placement of the cloud, the time of day,
Different
ferries
lights.
going past, different seasons because the sun's in different positions at different times of the year. It's different every time. And that picture in the thumbnail is one of our shots of the Ledge Lighthouse, this one here, where the moon happened to be rising behind it.
Well, it didn't happen to be. I looked it up.
We planned it out.
We planned it thoroughly.
But
and
that's,
use an app.
Yeah, it doesn't always look like that. That's my point.
Then we use Google Maps to find out how to get to a location where the moon would be behind the lighthouse.
Yeah.
This man has a wooden bow tie.
You want to take a look at
It's a real
portfolio
wrinkle fighter.
hosted by Squarespace? What are you feeling here?
The wood bow tie.
Okay. What? It's a wood bow tie.
You ever tried tying one of those? I see why I did that.
I have never worn a bow tie.
Like, I think bow ties are very cool. And I would like to put one on Tony, but I don't know if it would go with an Atari shirt. So, I mean, he can stick with the glasses. It's like the cool guy's bow tie.
So this is actually a category selection page. These are each different categories, and that's kind of revealed to you as you hover over it. But I think I might want it to be a little more obvious.
Well, they're not very clear.
Yeah.
So this one, corporate headshots, that's very clear. And portraits, I mean, these are kind of similar. But then this one, business portfolio, I wasn't too sure about that. And sports. Oh, your nature looks nice. All right, let's start with corporate headshots because I like, clearly, he's the one that drew me into the website.
Yeah,
The
we did
colors-
figure this user interface out, but you know, somebody's coming to your website for the first time, they don't want to be thinking about it. It's usually best to just be really obvious. I might just make different menu items for portraits, corporate headshots, and just make that super obvious. Maybe just overlay text on it to say corporate headshots.
I was joking about the bow tie, but first of all, I do like it, but also the color contrast is like a kind of a burnt orange brown background with his reddish hair and his blue. It's like the colors are really nice. They draw you in. Oh, that's a really nice shot too. These are great. They are professional but approachable. I like that he has his pen in his pocket. I know who he is a little bit now.
My dad always wore that kind of plaid shirt with the pen in the pocket. He
an
literally
engineer.
had a pocket protector for many years.
I like these a lot. These have so much personality, but they're still professional.
Yeah, I feel like it's corporate in like Portland, Oregon. You know, they wouldn't fly corporate in New York.
Well, it depends what kind of corporation it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is a nice
it's got
personal.
a unique personality to it. Yeah, these
He
are
looks corporate.
these are great shots. What's he got going on there? Is
He
that
has
a
a
rat
ponytail,
tail?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh, that's super
This
cute.
baby
Great
just made a
expression out of him.
hilarious mistake. He's like, I can't believe I said that.
That could easily become a meme. That's perfect.
This is memeable. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's going to be on Reddit with some text overlaid.
Very nice.
He looks so serious.
No, someone broke this little baby's heart. These are great. Okay.
Yeah, I think this
there's
is
a bit too many
totally
pictures.
pro portfolio.
I'm seeing the same person over and over again. And that was a lot, but you have so many good pictures, so I would just take out any duplicate models or shoots. Let's go to another category because they're really pulling me in with these pictures. Let's see business portfolio to see if there's a better option here.
Chelsea and I are a bit divided on this, but I want you to have a pricing page. I know Chelsea might not agree.
I don't even have to say how I feel. Okay. Oh, your grandfather was also a photographer? That's great. I like this picture of you. You look approachable and casual, but it's still a nice, clear photo.
Yeah, very modern.
Nice. Tells you a little bit about yourself, and it's not too long. Contact me. Let's see what's going on. Tony wants to see prices there. Whatever, Siri, baby. Okay.
I think everything looked great. We gave you a little bit of feedback.
Some pictures, and the business one, the close-up of the hair cutting, it didn't really convey to me, so maybe one of the store, which is, a business environment. So I would think, oh, he takes pictures of businesses or food or, just make it a little more clear upon landing. But it looked really good, and your pictures look good.
Here's what Brian had to say about Squarespace. Great interface to use, fast and simple. That's what I need.
Same.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really easy to set up, and anybody can do it. So you could focus on taking the pictures, making great art. If
Yes.
you want your own awesome portfolio, where do they go?
Well, you can start your free trial today. Just go to squarespace.com and you can use the offer code portfolio to get 10% off. You can also send your free trial to us and then we'll review your pictures and portfolio. Yeah, thank you, Squarespace.
Thanks, Squarespace. Wait, we
What?
should do chit chat, right?
Oh, yeah, chit chat.
Chit
But I
chat.
forget. Peter John said, and here I am thinking I should use SAF for my nude portraits because I thought it meant sexy as butter.
Peter. That's not what it means.
Peter, that's just outrageously silly, and I think you know it. 18 Will said, Mr. Rogers, you've done an excellent job on the tutorial for this quadcopter. Thanks for sharing this information. It's really needed. Thank you very much, Mr. Rogers. He's going to start with Mr. Rogers. He's going to end with Mr. Rogers.
Just
He's
make sure we got that joke.
He's got like a Mr. Rogers joke sandwich, and you're Mr. Rogers. I like that.
The old comedy lesson, just hit the punchline
So,
multiple times.
I
Start
have-
and finish with the punchline.
I have this Mr. Rogers idea that I've even said it before on the show, but okay, we recreate the intro of Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and you take off your sweater, But then like the song gets a little swankier and you just keep going. And then it ends with you just twerking.
Twerking naked?
Yeah. Let's just try it. Justin, this is workplace harassment. I'm sorry. Comes with the territory. Fabio said, "Hey, Tony, did you marry Chelsea because she is beautiful or because she is really smart?" And I only added that because I know it's neither.
Yeah, it's because she's funny.
And when he says funny, he means weird and unpredictable.
That is true too. But no, that's my thing, is I'm in a sense of humor. Some guys are like guys. I'm just funny.
Yeah. You know, like the sense of humor, it should get better with age. So if you're into that, better I'll just end up telling really corny jokes, which I can see myself going in that direction.
Yeah, you know how old people are always the funniest people.
I know. I was like,
Just even as you were saying that, you're like, oh God.
No.
Actually, it goes downhill.
No, everything goes downhill.
You're Papa Jose and his jokes, man.
Okay, there was a language barrier. His English, it was pretty good, but
Can you just tell us one Papa Jose joke?
okay, well, a lot of it was just repeating Burger King commercials.
Exactly.
I like them. Okay, the jointee said, "Who made the background music? Shit is funky." Guys, who did that? Was it you, Tony?
Well, definitely not. I mean, I probably picked it randomly from the YouTube
No.
Was it
audio
for,
library.
for the intro?
You guys are funky.
Do you remember,
And you
Joe?
know it.
Try Otis McDonald, I believe.
Oh, he does a lot of the. Yeah, he's good. We're taking his question literally.
77 TikTok says, "I'll make it abundantly clear that I've got no interest in this camera whatsoever. I just happen to have a Bacardi and Coke and find Tony's voice soothing. Say it again, Tony. Diopter."
Diopter. 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 Diopter.
Diopter.
Giving you plenty of options.
Da-da-da-da. Some people like our voices and some people are like, "You guys are so boring." Done. Amanda says, "Thank you so much for creating these videos. I feel like I'm back in college again, but better. I will email you two in the near future to go into more depth, but for now, I like your tech, instructional, and review videos. So many people do these. Your picture this videos are unique, informative, and touching. And I love them, and I've recommended them to my family and friends. Thank you both again so much." That's the nicest YouTube comment in the history of YouTube. It should
That's
go
true. I
up
was just
and-
waiting for it to turn.
I know. Also, you're
For it
done.
to become sarcastic.
We need to
or mean.
print it out and put it in YouTube headquarters.
Yeah. We found somebody. Amanda Renee. There's a nice person
There's
on
a nice
YouTube.
person in the world. Let's save her eggs and make more Amanda babies.
That's not true. Most people watching are super nice. Most of our comments
Yeah,
are
no,
nice, actually.
they really
You just-
are. They really are.
It's the black spot on the
I
white piece of
noticed
paper.
that, like, this is my personality flaws. I'll scroll through and people will just be mostly nice or neutral. And I'll just be like, and then someone will be like, "You're dumb." And I'll be like, "Everyone's a jerk." And I'll be like, "No, not really. I just
you'll
focus
spend the
on
next
the
72
one."
hours thinking about that.
Yeah,
You're
no.
dumb.
No, you.
I'm not dumb.
In the shower. The guy. I'm going to, I don't really do that, guys. Okay, so anyway, she's talking about her podcast, Picture This. You can check it out at sdp.io/picture this. We do cover some pretty cool stuff. It is like being in college, even a little bit of drinking now and then. It's 7 mistakes maybe you're making as a photographer, the history of various photographers, a whole bunch of stuff. Check it out.
Yeah, the history of Canon, Nikon, even Sony cameras. I'll re-import. We can see some new
Let's
pictures.
re-import.
What is this?
That's
the
a
stars that
firework.
lined up this night. Oh, you think that's
That's
a firework and they made it like that? Man, science is amazing.
You've never seen the smiley face firework? Tony,
Whoa, do you see this? Dude has a watermark that like appears out of the darkness.
Dang! This man is in the future.
That's next level.
I have so much respect for him right now. Did you give it a pick for that magic?
Okay, you get a pick for that magic. I'm just jumping to the middle because alphabetical order. Donna Dean with the Milky Way.
Donna, I really like the silhouetted trees. It sets a mood. It's a nice foreground, but not too cluttered. I'm going to give you a pick.
Yeah, nicely done. It's so rare that we can photograph the Milky Way around here. I'm just going to go into the develop module.
Yeah, sure.
Get rid of that title bar.
All right, let me take over because this is my job.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
I was
Drifting
born.
Dalton.
Drifting Dalton.
Dalton, like from Roadhouse?
Roadhouse has been everywhere lately.
Where? Where's it been?
Just
Okay,
on
all right,
TV
name
a
one
lot,
place.
like
Was it
cable
on at
TV.
Nana Lucy's?
Yeah, it was on a Nana Lucy's.
Pain don't hurt. I like the idea of my grandma watching Roadhouse.
Guys, if you haven't seen the movie Roadhouse
Just do
featuring Patrick Swayze, you should
terrible, but
watch it
great.
10 or 12 times.
Yeah.
It gets funnier every time. It's not a comedy. It just gets funnier. Dang. That's awesome. I feel like I'm all
Whoa.
topsy-turvy. I'm about to fall over.
Don't do that, okay? It's not
Awesome
safe.
shot. Seriously, it's fantastic.
It's great. I'm going to give it a pick. Wow, Singapore is super neato.
Yeah, it really
and
is.
I feel like I need to go there now, so
I would compose the shot differently, though. I think you were trying to work around the reflections, but they don't have quite the same force, the power, as the actual horizon does. So it feels unbalanced. It feels very top-heavy. And the edge between that building on the left and the top and the bottom isn't the same. So, yeah, this would balance it a lot better.
I just brought balance to your life, Ed. Oh, look at
Oh, I will say
a people.
I can't really see the light painting in the foreground. It just wouldn't have popped to me. I think maybe you lit up that tree there, but maybe that's not like a compelling enough foreground.
I don't like this tree.
Yeah, Chelsea doesn't like the tree.
We go way back.
Sorry, Ethan.
But I do like your stars. Oh, night
Elias
river,
Gonzalez.
moonlight and river, moon river.
Yeah, this is like haunting. I really like it. It's so feathery. I do think I'd want to see a little more of it. It's a little dark.
Haunting.
But yeah, beautiful. I don't know. It just has a certain texture to it. That's really nice.
I'm just gonna.
Great job. You get a pick, Elias.
I'm gonna give you a pick as well. Oops, I just broke it. How do you feel about this, Tony?
I like it a lot. It's got this kind of balance to it. With the other firework, it's got a little bit of a skyline in there. You know, I would, you know me, I like to use that histogram.
I don't know you. You're wild and unpredictable.
Oh,
Getting the
we
thing
gotta
I'll
go
never know
to
you.
Budapest.
Budapest.
Maybe just bring it up a little bit because it's kind of close on the top there, but it's a beautiful shot. Of course, everything looks a little orange because that's really the
That's
color
life,
of the lights.
Honestly,
But you could go in.
I'm gonna give it a pick. I don't know who built this building, but it probably took him a couple weeks. Oh, we should go camping.
Yeah, we should try that again.
I like the colors in the foreground. You have to clarify now. We tried to go to a campground, but nobody was actually camping. We were the only ones in a tent, and then our air mattress, yeah, we're bougie like that, got a hole.
I used to camp primitive all the time, like backpack out, all your stuff on, you know, you'd hike out 10, 15 miles, sleep for a couple of nights. And I decided to take the fam camping, and it just ended up
Yeah, we're cool.
in a big campground with, like, you were just feet away
A bunch
from
of
people in
RVs.
RVs.
The
and
only
it
other
was
people in a
terrible.
tent was the couple making a baby loudly. And I had to just like do loud things with my daughter. I was like,
Loudly.
listen to your iPod. Doop, 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 doop. So camping can be not fun, but this looks better.
It was a different type of natural experience.
It was crappy. Fireworks are neat, guys. Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever get over them.
It's like fireworks and parades, right? It's like old-timey fun that we still do. It's the last old-timey things that people actually still
They're
do.
amazing. I feel bad that I'm like so desensitized and I'm like, oh, beautiful display of fireworks. You know what I'd rather do? Just eat marshmallows on the couch.
Has anyone in the last decade ever thought, I wish those fireworks went on longer? Everybody's done by like minute 3, right? You're like, oh,
They
is it
should
weird to
set
pull
them
my
off
phone
at the
out?
same time.
I'm so bored.
We're
I
not
already
a
take a
good
selfie
time.
in front of the fireworks.
No,
I
we're
just need to get out of
we're
here.
bad people. Don't listen
Let's
to us.
just beat
Fireworks,
traffic.
they're cool. We don't know.
Fireworks are cool compared to parades. Shit, man. People are still doing parades.
We don't go to the cool parades.
Oh, that's true.
Like the Mermaid Parade in New York City.
Mermaids can't parade.
Yeah, they do. We'll check it out. We'll take pictures so everyone can come. This is very cool. I like this. Wow, are those headlights really on, or?
They blended multiple images, but they did a pretty good job of it.
Wow, thanks, Tony.
I would definitely put a focal point in here. You just need to get yourself
What is
a model or a llama or something.
what is this? Oh, that's the edge. My mistake. Wow. I like this. I'm picking you.
You want to see what else Siobhan has to say?
Whoa, this is okay. I'm impressed.
Dang, Fahad, you just get a pick. I'm not even going to mess with
Is
that.
this like?
That's gorgeous.
Does anyone know where this is?
Yeah, look at this. Is this a real place?
That's for real. Justin, where is that?
I don't know. Those buildings look vaguely familiar, but I have no idea.
Awesome shot, Fahad.
Siobhan, do you have any other questions?
Sure.
Sure. Why not? Oh, that's beautiful. Let's brighten.
Katie Cat says, I love photography, but my husband isn't really into it. He humors me, but he gets irritated when we're on a car trip and I want to stop to click. Any ideas on how to make it fun for him too?
Oh. You can't get him into it?
This is the relationship advice question you've been asking for, Chelsea.
I know, but this one's tough because if you can't get the person into it, then maybe you can make him a part of it. Like maybe he'd help you with the lighting, or maybe he'd just get more annoyed. I don't know him.
Yeah, maybe he becomes the focal point in all of your pictures.
Yeah, that's true.
You can dress him up like a gnome or a llama and
Or
put him
just
in
himself.
the images.
What if, I mean, is he into candy? You could just give him a very complicated candy with a complicated wrapper.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Really? Just give him candy? Like glue, okay, like get Starburst and then glue the wrapper on so he's really got to fight with it while you get your picture. That's demeaning. That's rude.
I will say it's a struggle even with multiple photographers traveling together because somebody will want to stop at one scene that they find compelling but other people don't find it compelling, and
We go in opposite directions sometimes.
yeah, often we
And
will
then
just wander.
and then we'll regroup. Yeah. Justin, do you ever have this issue? Does Jessica like photography? Or Siobhan?
No, I just usually go out by myself.
Siobhan, does Eric participate or run away or?
I make him come with me because I don't like going out by myself.
Yeah.
And he's always like, why don't you want alone time?
Why don't you what?
Want alone time? I don't know. He's great. I mean, we'll bring Eloise and then they'll go traipsing off together or whatever. But
Yeah, I'm thinking
he
this.
also likes photography, so he'll suggest things, but we have different artistic visions.
I'm thinking maybe she's got to find a way to just get him involved in one way or another to get him on board with this.
Candy.
I think candy's a last ditch resort. Maybe you even just throw a handful in the opposite direction. He's kind of go get it, and that buys you a couple minutes.
Okay, so
This is probably
candy modeling, maybe asking for his creative feedback, trying to get him
into it.
involved by asking him maybe about the scene. What do you like about the scene? What do you think about the colors? Maybe just even, I don't know, trying to get him into that feedback cycle of Instagram and likes and Facebook.
Like pulling him, like his talent in. Like maybe he's got an eye for color, and you're like, you know what, Josh, you're really good at that. I could use your help over here. Bring out the artist in Josh, which is a name I made up. Siobhan, what else do you have for us?
I got more. Well, so you had a bunch of people when you were talking about the eclipse, letting you know that the actual eclipse takes 2 hours. It's just the totality that takes 2 minutes.
That's the good part.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Chelsea's not going to waste her time with this partial eclipse.
You want the partial.
She's still going to be.
overlap.
She's going to be
No,
on Facebook.
I hate partial eclipse. All the way or go home.
Okay, fair enough. What songs do you sing in the shower?
All by myself. What do you sing? 'Cause feel lonely. What do you sing in the shower, Tony?
Oh, what do I don't. I guess I don't sing in the shower.
Justin?
I used to for the longest time. I
You
had
don't sing in the shower,
most
Siobhan?
Notorious B.I.G.
Siobhan.
tracks memorized.
I know you sing in the shower.
I actually don't.
Yeah,
But lately I've been singing that new Lord track, Green Light.
Yeah, that's a good one. You guys, the acoustics are amazing in there. You need to try it out. All right, what else do you have, Siobhan?
What else do I have? A lot of questions,
Dang,
but most of them are boring.
You
Troy
heard of
told
people
us
step it up.
Roxy was on Adorama TV today.
Oh, what'd she do?
I don't know.
We'll have to look it up. You guys need to check out Roxy Rodriguez. She's an incredible photographer, but also just like a blessing to this world. I love her
great.
so much.
She is a blessing.
I like this picture. I'm going to give it a
Yeah,
pick.
nice shot,
Good
Harris.
colors.
This is a ridiculous question. What's your favorite day of the week?
Thursday, because we get to do our live show.
I like Sunday.
Oh, really? I don't know. I feel like the weekend is almost more work than the work week because there's all this like stuff that you have to catch up on, and it's always like stuff.
You like a work day better than Sunday?
Not a Monday, but maybe like a Tuesday.
Yeah. Wednesday's okay. How about you, Justin?
Weekends are cool. Sunday can be kind of a bummer though, like Sunday night, because you're like, oh, the week starts tomorrow. I don't know, bums me out.
I don't get into it. I live my Sunday like Monday's never coming.
Yeah.
And I paid for it.
Yeah.
I paid for it.
Probably Saturday though.
Yeah, Saturday's okay.
But I hear what Tony says. Sometimes he's just like, oh man, I got 500 things I have to
I got
do.
laundry to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd rather just work.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at a few more pictures. This
picture's
is
awesome, right?
amazing. Petra.
Yeah, I want to work the color a little bit, but beautiful shot as well.
Tony, this world is so beautiful. I don't deserve it. I'm going to give it a pick. I'm going to give it 5 stars.
The tripod shook a little bit though.
It's okay.
Just saying.
Look at those fireworks. That's impressive.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
like
gorgeous.
I like the
Picture.
leading lines
Great
of those
composition.
lights. Yeah, very good. I'm going a little faster because we only have a few minutes left. Wait. Oh yeah, we only got Siobhan for like a couple more minutes. Good colors, good stars. This is looking a little spot colory. I think you tried to take all of the orange out. Maybe it was a good
Oh.
choice.
The orange lights are hard, yeah. I think it looks good.
What do you think?
Yeah, that helped.
A
You brought a
little
little
warm.
more of the color to
A
the sky.
little.
Whoa.
I'm scared. Let's look in the shadow.
What is with that
They got that
spooky?
old school phone.
Yeah. It seems too high up though. Who's going to stand behind the door and reach over their head to make a old-timey phone call?
This
I don't know what the story is, but I actually like the balance of all the elements.
I like it. There's a belt on the door. I'm scared.
Oh, you're going to peek in the shadows. I'm so scared. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're
I
fine.
just didn't know what was going to be in there. I felt like something was waiting for us. Enchanted Rock.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the only point of elevation in Texas over 25 feet, so everybody kind of gathers around it.
should have
Climbed
known
it a
it
few
was
times
Texas.
myself.
A beautiful evening.
It is, but I bet you didn't see all those power lines when you're taking the picture, right? Or trolley lines or whatever they are. It's just one of those things where you realize, oh my God, I'm in a city and they put
Yeah.
cabling through every part of the sky.
My eyes have content-aware fill, or my
Yeah.
brain. Really interesting colors.
Yeah, they are really pretty colors.
Are those stars, or is my
I feel like I'm fixated on this
alien?
plane or whatever. I might just clone that out. It became distracting to me.
This was the first thing I wanted to see.
Jeff Bateman, that picture. Yeah, it needs a train maybe moving into the
like-
frame. A little bit of storytelling.
It's very I like it. It's very Nighthawks, guys. Ed Hopper.
Huh.
Reminds me of Ed Hopper. I'm gonna give it a pick. Alabama Hales.
Yeah, we've been there.
Justin, we lived that life, remember? Do you remember all of the
We
rabbits?
did. Remember we kept going further and further out, and then all of our cell phones stopped working, and we had no idea where we were going. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I didn't tell you at the time, but I was getting hungry and I was sizing you up for meat.
Oh shit!
You don't have much.
With that EM1 Mark II, my favorite landscape camera now. Nice shot. Think
Yeah,
I'm
that's beautiful.
actually warming that up a little bit.
Yeah, we had to head back. That's in Wanderlust. You guys can see it.
Just dropping the black point a little bit to bring the stars out a little
That's
more. Beautiful
beautiful.
shot, Jeffrey.
Pick. All right.
You got a Vamonos, Siobhan?
Siobhan,
Sorry, but
thank you
butchering
for
Spanish.
joining us.
I do have to vamonos. I'll give you one last question, though.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Justin.
gentleman wants to know how you get the foreground sharp when shooting astrophotography.
It's pretty much impossible. I mean, you could use a high f-stop number, but then you wouldn't be gathering enough light, and the stars are going to look kind of crappy because you'll have to use a really either a slow shutter speed or a high ISO. So the best thing to do is focus stacking,
Yeah.
which we cover in chapters 9 and 12. 9 and 12 of Stunning Digital Photography. So try taking pictures of the foreground,
I don't have it.
focus on the foreground, and then taking a picture of the background and blending those two images together.
We teach you. Thanks, Siobhan.
Is that it?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
taking off. Have fun
Thanks for
on your
hanging out.
trip.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Ooh, dang, that is a detailed picture of the moon or whatever that is.
Yeah, that's a moon.
Great shot. I'm just flipping through real quick. Oh, look at the focal point. You get a pic, sir.
Bang!
And they did this fancy processing where the stars get bigger.
This reminds me of a
I've never
movie
tried that.
poster.
I've always liked it, though.
Very cool pick, Abby. Oh, look, they went camping successfully as well.
As well as if we did.
No, like the other people did. We never have. Ooh. Oh, John. Hello.
Hey, John. What's up? Yeah, good job getting the moon in there.
Yeah, that looks great. I'm going to give you a pick. I'm going to give you 5. I'm going to cool you a little. Warm you a little. Make sure I didn't do you wrong. All right. Cool. I'm going to sneak and peek in the shadows. Oh. Very 90s. Okay. Cool. I like that. Oh, you got a ooh from Justin. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's beautiful.
We should go to Tennessee. I can't go south because I want to talk with a southern accent, but that's rude. I just love it so much.
Why is that rude?
I don't know, because I don't want people to feel mocked.
Oh, faking one.
Yeah, but I need one, I just don't have one. I have this dumb New England accent where I drop double T's and add ERs in weird places.
Great shot, John. Oh, sorry. Oh, man, I so wanted to get the Aurora Borealis. This building is a really cool foreground to pick, too.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a pick, sir.
Yeah, great shot.
Okay. I think we're done.
Okay, you ready to head out of here?
Yeah, these look great.
Thanks to
This
everybody
wasn't-
who sent your pictures in. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know. These are excellent. This was a great show.
Oh,
So many good pictures. I'm just going through. This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. If you want to show your support for the show and also get yourself a really sweet portfolio or even just try one out for free, start your free trial at squarespace.com. And if you like it, enter the offer code portfolio. That gets 10% off for you, and it tells Squarespace that we're doing an all right job so that we can still make the show.
Thanks for sponsoring us, Squarespace.
Thank you. Yeah. That's it. That's all.
Okay. I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah, join us next
The
week.
topic is abstract and geometry.
Yeah, that one I think should be good too. I've seen some good
You
abstracts.
go out and take a new picture. Actually think through it. You'll be happy you
Think.
did. You'll learn something.
think about it.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Oops.
That is all.
How'd it go?